It's your day in tech history, and it's brought to you by our friends over at Carbonite, where you can get a 15-day free trial by going over to geekazine.com/carbon-free. Jeffrey Powers here. I welcome you to the Day in Tech History, a full rundown of technology history 7 days a week. Subscribe to the show via iTunes, Stitcher, or download right from dayintechhistory.com. Now let's find out what happened on this day, your day in tech history. January 5th. 1981, Texas Instruments releases a prototype of Extended Basic, along with 32 kilobyte memory expansion, to select users of the TI-99/4 home computer for beta testing. This was 6 months before it was released. In 1984, Richard Stallman founds the GNU project, which would, of course, later lead to the Free Software Foundation. In 1985, and we're going to be doing a lot of at the Consumer Electronics Show, so I will be saying at CES, just so you know. In 1985 at CES, Atari introduces the Atari XE and ST lines of computers. It was the Atari 65XE computer, 6500 processor, and 64 kilobytes of RAM for $120. The 65XEM, which was a 65XE with built-in music synthesizer, for $150. The Atari 65XEP, which was a portable Atari 65XE with built-in monitor and 3.5-inch disk drive. The Atari 130XE, which is a 65XE with 128 kilobytes of RAM for $140. The 130ST with 128 kilobytes of RAM and 192 kilobytes of ROM. The GEM operating system from Digital Research for $399. Also, the Atari 260 ST for $499. The Atari 520 ST for $599. And it was dubbed the Jackintosh by most media outlets. The 520 ST was marketed as a system as the most powerful in the Macintosh for half price. Dubbed the Jackintosh by media outlets, the 520 ST was marked as a system very powerful and comparable to the Macintosh for half the price. Also, CES, Commodore unveiled the Commodore 128 for $300. They also introduced the Commodore LCD laptop computer for with the modem, the flip-top screen, and the 1571 disk drive for the Commodore 128. In 1988, version 2.0 of the Perl programming language is released. In 1989, Nintendo of America files a countersuit against Tengen Games in response to an antitrust Atari suit brought against Nintendo, accusing the company of improperly controlling the supply of game cartridges. The countersuit, Nintendo alleged that Atari had violated federal and state trademark laws, engaged in fraudulent inducement of the licensing agreement, and made and sold unauthorized cartridges. In 1992, version 0.12 of the Linux kernel is released. 1996, Texas Instruments releases the PS6300, PS6400, and PS6500 personal organizers with 32 kilobytes, 64 kilobytes, or 128 kilobytes of RAM. $80 to $100 was the price range. Texas Instruments also released the TI-92 handheld calculator, which combined the power of a computer math lab with the independence of a calculator. It cost you about $200. In 1998, the stock value of Netscape Communications Corporation sinks to an unprecedented low of $18.56 on the trading, 13.9 million shares, after the announcement of their fourth quarter loss. They basically attributed the loss to Microsoft's policy of giving Internet Explorer away for free to virtually anyone. And in 1999, at Macworld, Apple introduces a new Power Mac G3 series of computers. They ranged from 300 to 400 megahertz power PCs. 100 megahertz system bus, and up to 1 gigabyte of RAM. The price was from $1,599 to $2,999. Also at Macworld, Connectix introduces the Virtual Game Station, which is a PlayStation emulator that was compatible with the G3 Macintosh. It would cost you $49. And Microsoft, also at Macworld, introduced Internet Explorer 4.5 for Macintosh.
Now this word from our friends over at Carbonite who want to help you pursue your passion. January is a month to reflect on what you did the previous year and also plan what you're going to do in the next. One thing you might want to put on that resolution list is to back up your data. And Carbonite is here to help with that. Founded in 2005, Carbonite backs up over 300 billion files to their secure servers, from photos of your newborn to important videos of the family and friends, not to mention those years of scanned documents you've been spending days digitizing. All of it gets stored in their secure cloud, so you're protected from fire, theft, and other acts, but also able to pull it down on your iPad to show those cute pictures to friends and family. Your data is secure and encrypted, and if you're a small business in the healthcare market, Carbonite can help since they are also HIPAA compliant. It's your life backed up for $59.95 a year, a small investment in important files. For more information, you got to check out geekazine.com/carbon-free. That's geekazine.com/carbon-free. Back up now, back up often, back up off-site with Carbonite. Now let's get back into your day in tech history.
In 2000, back at CES, Bill Gates announced the new version of the Windows CE operating system called Pocket PC. And then back at Macworld, Steve Jobs announced that he had accepted the position as full-time CEO of Apple Computer. In 2004, Adobe Systems releases Macromedia Director MX 2004. 2005, number of news stories released around the internet. It was revealed that a simple Google query could reveal a listing publicly accessible security webcams. So you could see what was going on at somebody's front door just by searching. Also in 2005, version 0.2.5 of the React OS operating system is released. In 2007, Adobe Systems releases version 2.01 of Adobe Flex, which is a suite for developing cross-platform internet applications. And in 2009, Steve Jobs officially announced that he had a hormone imbalance that was causing a medical condition he needed to take care of.
And that's your day in tech history. My name is Jeffrey Powers, www.dayintechhistory.com. All the show notes are over at wikizine.com, Geekazine's wiki. And of course, you can like the Facebook page and follow Twitter at Day in Tech Hist. Until tomorrow, take care. Day in Tech History is copyright 2015, JMP Enterprise and Geekazine.com.